Media platforms and politics, images, headlines, social media posts, and screenshots. They will all show how culture, values, and public opinions are made. And trust me, there are plenty of opinions when it comes to politics and the media. CNN and Fox News, two different political views. One is liberal and one is conservative. And if you have watched either one of them, I bet you can figure it out. You can see it with their language and tone, word choice, framing and media bias to steer viewers' opinions, story placement, and emotionally charged headlines. The sexier the headline, the more you're willing to watch, right? January 6th, 2021, our nation's capital was under attack. And depending on which network you tuned into, decided what you were really going to hear about it. The use of social media and the way words and images were chosen to present what happened took on a whole new meaning when it came to how the media framed it. There was a riot, insurrection, siege, or some even dummied it down, just said a simple protest. Some reports initially used protest, while others immediately labeled it as an attack or insurrection. Can you guess which network uses protest and which one chose attack? I will leave it up to you to decide. Check out the images used to frame it. CNN showed police with guns drawn as people tried to break in, while others framed. So what should you believe? Who should you trust? There were clear differences in how partisan cable news outlets framed the events, with coverage reflecting different political perspectives. Political Views tells the story. Liberal and conservative leaning, language and tone, word choice, framing to steer viewers' opinions, story placement, and emotionally charged headlines are just the beginning when telling the story of January 6th. CNN and Fox News definitely exhibited media bias in their coverage. CNN emphasized the event as an attack on democracy, often using terms like insurrection and domestic terror. Fox News downplayed the violence, sometimes referring it to as a protest, and focused on other political narratives. The differences framing contributed to public polarization regarding the event. CNN's framing focused on the violence and disruption. CNN's tone generally portrayed the event as a serious and dark day for the country. CNN's emphasis highlighted the actions of the rioters and legal and political fallout. Fox News framing downplayed the severity and violence of the events. Fox News tone, some hosts initially sought to minimize the violence, with the network avoiding the term insurrection. Fox News' emphasis focused on other topics, criticized the political fallout, and promoted narratives questioning the official account of the event. Some commentaries suggested the involvement of outside agitators, though this had been disputed and lacked evidence. Partisan cable news networks have contributed to the formation of echo chambers, where viewers can discover and mainly depend on information that supports their existing beliefs. Social media algorithms also contribute to these echo chambers by presenting us with more content from individuals we already agree with. These algorithms usually show us content similar to what we have liked in the past, which leads to the creation of a filter bubble. So how can we consider different perspectives when we are being pushed by news anchors to believe their views? And of course, the bots/botnets made an appearance, fake accounts on Twitter and even spam emails, stirring the pot and spreading false information to influence public opinion. What I do know from that day, CNN and Fox News shared emotionally charged content that reached large audiences. They were desperate to televise anything they could, from YouTube videos, Facebook live feeds, and X images, which probably kept people watching. What happened to being objective and transparent? Does no one care what is shown or said anymore? What about your kids? Is this what you want them to grow up watching? It is almost like a Jerry Springer daytime talk show debacle. This is real life, not a reality show. What has our country become? One thing I do know, objectivity was not used during the January 6th reports by CNN or Fox News. I guess you could say transparency was shown as we could watch live footage of people recording the incident on their phone in real time. But is that what we want to see? You tell me. So just know when you are watching the news and how it is being reported, media bias is alive and well and can be reported in a prejudiced way.